I tried snatching today and I ended up with a power clean PR. One of you fellas actually said this thing to me. If you start snatching, you'll PR on your on your power clean, which is, I don't quite understand it. From my perspective, this whole snatching thing that I tried today was very uncomfortable. You know, number one, the hook grip that out wide, you know, it's a different type of grip. It just feels like I don't have the right, I don't know, positioning for my fingers. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I don't know, I can't get my fingers around properly. Clearly that's gonna have to improve. So I struggle with that mostly, and obviously the rest of it as well is also bad, but that was kind of like the number one thing. I couldn't even get my freaking hand set. You know, I didn't know which width, so I kind of looked at videos, put it in your hip crease, bend over, reach out, do that. So I spent probably an hour messing around with this. I did 10 or 15 sets with the bar, just hopping around, trying to work out what to do. I have tried snatching once in the past, last year, I want to say. The year before last year. Now we're in 2024. So at the end of 2022, I reckon I messed around with it for a little bit. And I don't quite know why I stopped. I think I injured my calf while I was running, and that kind of put the end to it. But back then, you know, I was doing like things like, I'm going to butcher out some of these terms, a snatch balance, I think was the term for, you know, trying to learn how to do the snatch, get underneath the bar. So I did a whole bunch of that. And I think I could snatch 40 kilos back then after like a couple of weeks of trying to do this. Maybe even a month I did this for. This time around, I was like, okay, I've kind of learned about hip contact. I learned a few things with the power cleans, which are much more natural to me than snatching. So now that I went to snatching, I felt like I had something to carry over from the power cleans to the snatch. So I felt confident with the hip extension part to a certain degree, you know, so I could kind of pop the bar up. So I got to 60 kilos today. 60 kilos for 3. So basically that's a PR on the snatch, definitely. But also I went up to 125 kilo power clean. That was kind of cool. And the reason for that, I think, is purely because it was so uncomfortable to do the snatch. So when I went to the power cleans, I was like, oh my God, thank God, this is so easy. So much easier to live with the power clean positioning than it is for me to snatch. Looked up a whole bunch of figures. Apparently people are saying 80% of your power clean is what you should be snatching. So that's a long way away from me. I don't know. That works out to be around 90 kilos, 85 kilos or something like that. I should be snatching, which is crazy to me. Very, very intimidating snatching is for me in my mind right now. But anyway, I ended up hitting 125, which is kind of cool, you know, and I caught that thing quite high as well. I don't know why, like when I snatched, I don't know why my mobility or something was wrong. I felt uncomfortable to jump lower. I think in the previous days, last few times that I've tried, I felt like, you know, snatching, I feel like power cleaning, I could almost fully clean. But today, I don't know, like I felt like uncomfortable to go a little lower. So anyway, I caught that thing quite high. So there's room for improving there, of course. So very happy today, you know, to start the new year with a PR. That's always a, you know, positive thing. So I'm quite impressed by that. And then I went to front squats, did that, you know, worked up to 160. I was kind of exhausted after all the snatching. Snatching is weird because you feel it kind of like all throughout your upper body as well. It's not just a lower body. I know power cleans are also lower body and upper body. But this thing is like with your hands out wide like that, you feel really freaking vulnerable up ahead. Obviously, I have a fear of dropping the bar backwards. So I'm always going to be biasing towards front, you know. And what I'm feeling right now with snatching is, obviously it's day one, man, like a million things are wrong, but I feel as though that my bar is not going straight up. I feel like it's going almost like an S shape. I don't know, like it goes around the knees, then it goes into my hips, and then off the hips, it comes out a little bit and out around kind of like the head. So it's kind of like an M, if you want us to call it, I don't know. I don't know if the bar should be going straight up or not. When I watch the pros, you know, with the ATG, I think it's called an ATG page on Instagram, like with the slow-mo stuff. I've been binging the hell out of those, man. It's incredible to see those guys move so much weight like that, man. Like people that are my size, my lord, it's so freaking impressive. Like they're flicking some freaking insane weight. The bar is bending, and I don't know. It's incredible when you see, you know, strength, mobility, technique, speed, power, all that freaking roll into one big joint. And it's a beautiful thing. So yeah, you know, I'm trying to do a lot of ollie lifting every other day, and in between days are like the bench pressing focus days. So I'm kind of spending a lot of time doing the forearm work, the prehab work, and then hitting some sort of a bench volume on it, which I feel like all of this ollie stuff is actually helping my elbows. You know, the whole, I know it's hook grip and whatever, but I feel like my arms, my forearms still get some sort of workout when I'm doing these movements. So I'm kind of like almost like tractioning the elbow in a way. I don't know. So I feel like the ollie lifts are helping me. Everything's freaking helping me, and I'm in a really good spot. So if I can start the new year with a PR like this, man, I don't want to say what the goals are for this year, because who knows what's going to happen, but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful if you know, I can put on, you know, what is it now, 35 kilos on the power clean. That's kind of really cool. I can only imagine what I could do by the end of the year if I continue doing this, which I will, because it's fun and it's serving me exactly what I need. That whole power thing, jumping, all of that stuff has made me really, really feel amazing before. I've strung 31 days together of doing 200 kilos on the squats. It's all kind of around this whole power output type of setup. So I'm gonna continue to do it. I feel athletic. It feels fun. I feel like I can jump. I feel like I could go to the basketball court right now, jump up and grab the hoop, you know, grab the ring. You know, I feel athletic. I feel fast. Even though I'm 100 freaking kilos, I feel athletic because I'm throwing weight around, and that's a special, special feeling. Anyway, guys, yeah, I appreciate you guys. I hope you have a really good year. I hope it's happy for you, you and your family. Everyone's healthy around you, and let's make it a really good year. Appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. Oh, and I almost forgot. I want to give a shout out to Chris Fritz. He's the latest fella on Patreon. Mate, it means a lot for me to see the support like that. So shout out to you, man. Thank you for doing this. It really does add wind to my sails, if you will. It's really encouraging that the community is growing and the support is there. So it means a lot to me, man. And I hope you have a happy new year. You and your family stay happy and safe, healthy, and let's make it a good one. Appreciate you guys. Peace out.